Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse. First down for this offense. The give to the tailback. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Tigers pulled out a close one the last time they saw their Palmetto State rivals.
And Clemson, they were sleepwalking early in that game. They know when they play South Carolina, they're going to get their A-plus effort. They're going to have to take some haymakers, and they got to wake up in this one.
I think it's tough late in the season, regardless when you play. The rivalry is deep. The hatred is deep. Even when seasons are out of touch for South Carolina, they can put an exclamation point.
He's got it inside the 30. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He'll toss it. On the move is the 30. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. They'll go to the fullback. The ball pops out. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This offense has a second down play. They go to the ground. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-them football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Looking to throw, it's Chubb. Makes the grab on the left. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
I love when they sneak the big fella out of the backfield. You know, usually blocking so much. Nice job with a little play action, slide and give him the rock.
Now the pitch. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
No secret sauce, no tricking people. 3rd down and 1. I got to be the more physical team, Jesse, and they were.
And it's so nice, too, when you've got playmakers like that guy that can take a play that's only designed maybe to get a couple yards and turn it into a big gainer. This offense is loaded with weapons.
Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. To give to the big fullback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Tigers are marching down the field. Now from inside the red zone. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now.
And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good... The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Right back to the well. The Tigers pick up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Spits it out to the back. And that one's incomplete. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Oh, he makes the catch. Tackle is made after the first down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll try the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. And he missed it. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Got his man! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First and 10 coming up. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
That's why this guy's a good, strong safety. You've got to be able to affect the running game. You've got to be able to play in the box close to the line of scrimmage and make tackles. That time, good stop on the fullback.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Tigers are on the move. Leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Tackled, but he has a first down.
It just seemed to work for this offense when they wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Running back searching for a hole. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. To throw, it's Chubb. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the ground with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Touchdown, Clemson! And the punishment has been extended. The Tigers putting down a big paw print right now as they start to pull away from the Gamecocks.
Yeah, and I think you kind of get this here we go again feeling. Clemson had the upper hand in this series for a while now. Clemson always talked about, always loved. South Carolina's got to answer.
I feel like Clemson's been winning on the recruiting trail between these two teams in the last several years now, and I think that's really starting to show.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Power football with the run. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they got it up to the 47-yard line. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's second and 1. Off the play fake. Going over the top. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. A little floater there that falls incomplete. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. And this one's... Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
This is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Off play action. Looking deep. Underneath toast to coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.